So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I get asked about a lot. I am not kidding when I say this question, probably I get it at least over 100 times a day. And I completely understand why. Because it's something I personally used to always wonder about and ask about, because it's so frustrating when you start a journey, whether it's just fitness, weight loss, just healthy eating, maybe you want to eat healthier for your skin, or whatever your goals are. You just want to know, how long will this take? How long will I have to do this? And so the questions I always get is, when will I see results? When will I start seeing results? Or how long will it take for me to lose X amount of weight? Or something like that. The question, how long will it take me to lose whatever amount of weight, is much easier to answer because there are averages that we can pull from. You exercise this much, if you eat this amount of calories and you're burning this amount of calories, then on average you'll lose around this much, and then you should be at your goal weight by this amount of time. And sites like MyFitnessPal, or if you just Google like a goal thing, you can roughly find out. I will post links to websites that will help you figure out how much weight you can lose in a certain amount of time, and also calculate how much you should be eating in order to do that, and how much physical activity you should be doing that. So you can sign up to a whole site like MyFitnessPal, or you can just use this calculator that I found a long time ago, but I'll leave it below. But the problem with that is that it doesn't take into account, first of all, muscle weight. Sometimes you gain muscle weight and that will make you feel like, oh snap, I'm gaining weight. When no, you're not, you're just gaining muscle weight. So you're gonna need to use measurements as well. Also, you might have setbacks, and that's completely normal. That's completely normal to have setbacks. In fact, I encourage setbacks, because setbacks teach you so much more about your relationship with your healthy lifestyle than anything else. Like, if I never had setbacks and everything went perfectly, and then one day something went wrong, then I wouldn't know how to react, and I'd end up spiraling out of control and end up at the beginning again. You don't want that. So setbacks are good. Plateaus and everything like that. So I can't tell you that yes, you will lose 20 pounds in 2 months, because that might not happen for you. And also there's a factor of the fact that the more excess weight you have, the quicker you lose weight. So when I was at my highest weight and I was obese, I lost so much weight so quick, and then as I got closer to a healthier weight, it started slowing down. So maybe in my first week, I lost like 7 pounds or something crazy like that. And that's normal because I had so much excess weight. A lot of it was water weight, and just generally my body was like, oh snap, finally she's doing something about this unhealthy state. And then when I got close to a healthier weight, I was losing like 1 to 2 pounds a week. But yeah, basically I lost my train of thought because I kind of just turned on my camera and decided to talk about this topic because I get this question so often. But yeah, when it comes to when will I see results, now this is the question that I always get, and I never can give an answer, and I always give probably the most annoying answer, and people probably want to punch me in the face and slap me and stuff like that, and throwing it up against the wall because it's such an annoying response. But just be patient. Literally, that's all it takes. Patience is so important. I think more people fall off track because they don't have enough patience, and you so badly want this whole process to happen overnight that you aren't willing to be patient with yourself and wait for yourself to make those changes. And it's such a cliche, but this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a long time, and it takes a long time for different type of people. For some people they can get it within 2 weeks, for some people it takes months. It really depends on you. But seeing results and seeing your body change, it varies. It depends on the person. For example, I know I have quite an athletic figure type thing up top. Basically, my arms are probably the smallest part of me, and also the easiest place for me to see definition. I can do 10 push-ups every day for a week, and by the end of the week my arms are super toned. So yeah, that's what I've noticed. And so yeah, I can say, when will you see results from doing push-ups? Oh yeah, this is when you'll see results, because this is when I see results. that wouldn't be correct for you because you might hold most of your weight in your arms. So that is the reason why I can't ever give an answer to that, because everybody is different. There's someone I follow on Instagram, really lovely guy who I found out about last year because he posted my picture on his Instagram, which is super nice. But anyway, he said that he genetically cannot have a 6-pack, he can only have a 4-pack. And I had no idea that was like a thing. I thought everybody could have a 6-pack, but no. And it's like, that's another thing, like genetics play a big part of it. Some people are really athletic and can take muscle on a lot easier, and some people it's so much more difficult to build muscle. So it's just things like that that stop you from being able to say this is when you'll be able to see results. So yeah, and if I use my own experiences, when I first started losing weight, I could say that I saw... Shut up, why are you talking to me? Anyway, what was I saying? When I first started losing weight, that's what I was talking about. When I first started losing weight, I saw results after day 1. I will never forget this day. On the 16th of July 2010, I went out for my first workout session of this weight loss journey. I went out, I ran for about, I'd say 15 minutes tops. Like, I probably didn't do more than 15 minutes I was literally just sprinting back and forth this I don't know, stretch of land or whatever. So I ran up and down that, super tired by the time I walked home, like OMG, I just killed myself. Also that day I managed to eat a little bit less than I usually would, so I ate a little bit healthier, I ate a little bit less, I tried to drink more liquids, stuff like that. Next day, I woke up and I felt like a Victoria's Secret angel. I am telling you, my belly felt so flat. I know it wasn't because I had a huge pot belly, but it felt so flat, and I was like, oh damn. And I just felt more light and stuff like that. And then after a couple of weeks, I started to notice that the way I walked and the way I just did things was a lot easier, and it's because the more muscle you build and the more you train your muscle, everything becomes easier. So like even simple tasks like walking, I felt like I was floating half the time because now my muscles had developed to a point where I was sort of walking in such a way that they were taking it, and basically you just notice your body moves in a certain way. Now I can't feel it anymore because I'm used to it, but I know when I first started working out I felt a lot lighter because my muscles were stronger, and it meant that I wasn't just walking with my weight like bam bam. I was walking with my muscles, my trained muscles that were walking with me, if that makes sense. Basically the topic I wanted to talk about today, when will I see results? I don't know. All I'm going to say, someone probably can tell you, oh, in this amount of time this will happen, but honestly I feel like it's different from everybody. Does it really matter? Like, is it really that big of a deal? Like, at the end of the day, you have the rest of your life to be healthy. You have the rest of your life to reach your goals. But at the same time, I'm not saying, oh, slack because you have the rest of your life. I'm just saying, do not beat yourself up and do not get frustrated and worried about how much time it'll take you to lose weight or how much time it'll take you to see results. Just enjoy the journey. Just enjoy this time, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss losing weight. I kind of miss my journey. I had horrible times, obviously, but I had great times as well. And I learned so much about myself, and that's how I became who I am today, through that journey. Because that journey is not just about losing weight, it is about finding yourself and creating yourself, actually. Creating yourself, not finding yourself, creating yourself. I mean, I'm always so thankful that it took me 10 months when technically I could have lost it in 50 months. Well, I could have lost it in 5 to 6 months, but it actually took me almost double that time to lose the weight, and I am so thankful that it did, because it gave me almost a year to really create myself and become a new person. Though even then, I always say it took me roughly 10 months to lose weight, but if I really looked at it, I think it took me at least 2 to 3 years to lose the weight, because physically it took me roughly 10 months to lose the weight. Mentally, it took me roughly 2 to 3 years to lose the weight, because it's not just about your body, it's about how you actually feel about yourself and mentally. And I always talk about how even after I lost the weight, I wasn't 100% happy with myself, and I wasn't too fabulous. I wasn't feeling too fabulous. So yeah, that's an interesting. If you want to find out more about that, do comment below, because I kind of just started going into a different sector that I think is quite an interesting topic to talk about, which is, you know, just the physical weight loss, but also the mental weight loss that you have to go through as well, if that makes sense. I'm sure a lot of you who've lost weight understand what I mean, that will change, yeah. And I just never stop, so I'm going to stop because I don't want to bore you guys with keep talking. But do thumbs up this video if you liked this kind of video where I just pick a topic and then talk about it. If you like that kind of video, do comment below and tell me and thumbs this up, and do comment below and request what other topics you guys would like me to talk about and discuss and stuff like that. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Stay luscious, stay healthy, and I'll see you later. Bye! Hi, it's Scola. So today I'm going to be doing a grocery haul on a budget. I've done another grocery haul before and you can go and check it out right here, or the link will be down below. I was balling a little bit more than I am in this video. That is